Brad Underwood and the Illini are getting ready for their first round game. They're actually waiting to see who their opponent's going to be as the playing game will be happening today. So they'll be taking on either Xavier or Texas in their next matchup. Doing some lead up to that. Obviously, Brad's been doing some press and some talking to some media guys and things like that. And he was quoted saying that he could not be happier with his team right now. Now, this could be related to a couple different things. Obviously, his team's finally getting healthy. I feel like there's no flu that's been going around for like 9 months. It feels like with this basketball team, guys are healthy. Merez is back. Merez got some run in the Big Ten tournament. So maybe generally he is feeling pretty happy with his team right now. But here's where I'm coming with this quote. I want to get your thoughts on it, Dion. How do you feel? How do you feel like so happy? I guess happier with your team right now when they're coming off the loss that they just took in the Big Ten tournament to Maryland, because that was a dog walking. That was an ass whooping, belt to ass. It was a. I mean, it was a. They got whooped in that game, right?
He
Is
did.
he just kind of throwing that one away and maybe saying like, at least I got my team healthy. I got the guy starting. I want to start. Like, is he just overall? You think just happy with how the team's coming? Like, he feels like he's throwing his best punch coming into March, I guess.
I think it's relative, where it's like he's couldn't be happier with this team.
Hmm.
I think that's the most important part about this quote is like I couldn't be happier with this team right now. Like I definitely think he could be happier if he still had Terrence Shannon Jr. Or if he had like a Coleman Hawkins on this roster. I definitely think he could be happier, but he couldn't be happier with this team. No one has mono. They had a lot of mono going around for a long time. Like you said, no one has the flu. No one has mysterious forearm injuries. You got Merez back. All the little weird stuff that went on the whole season is gone, right?
Hmm.
It's kind of like with the Clippers, just get healthy at the right time. Well, Illinois is healthy at the right time. I think all things considered, like how could you be happier with this group if you're Brad Underwood? Does that mean he thinks this is his best team going into the tournament ever? I really doubt it. But for this group, I think this is the best result that they could have going into tourney time.
Right, and this was an excerpt. He was on the Jim Rome show. It was really good. Brad's always good in those situations. Like when he's talking to the media, he's just very open and honest. I always love listening to Brad. And he did reference like I couldn't be at because like the team is healthy finally. There's no sicknesses and things like that. Um, so look, I think there is some truth to that. They have dealt with some things this year, obviously, that we talked about all year long. I will say this though, by stating that then you're putting yourself in a spot where like there's no excuses if you flame out in the tournament. Now I understand like things happen. And, maybe you go maybe there's and the Illini are always susceptible to a cold shooting night to not playing defense. We saw what happened against Maryland. Like they are susceptible to doing that, right? Um, but what I will say is that now he's kind of setting himself up where there can't be excuses. Because after losses, for the most part this season, it has been, well, we didn't have this guy. Oh, well, this guy isn't healthy. Oh, well, the referees didn't call it our way. It's always like something else associated with what they lost a basketball game with, which I'm not saying is not fine to say because there are like that does happen. People do lose games because of injury, sickness, and even referees sometimes. That's the game of basketball. It sucks. But what Brad is doing right here though is basically putting it all out there that like I'm good with this team. We're healthy. We're good to go. Everyone's good. No illness, no nothing. No excuses. So how do you feel about kind of him coming in with that mindset into the tournament?
I think it's easy for him to come in with that mindset into the tournament because he also probably won't have any of this team back. That's what makes it special. He doesn't need excuses because he's going to have all of them hit the portal or go to the NBA, and then he can just say whatever he wants happened in March if he has to. So he definitely doesn't have any excuses, but the way he operates with his rosters, where he kind of does this wipe the slate clean thing a lot, um, gives him so much leverage to say whatever he wants to because he kind of just does whatever he wants. He's a special, special coach, in my opinion, on and off the court.
Yeah, no, I rock with Brad and look, there's still a lot of people buying, the Illinois thing in March, and maybe with a fully healthy team, they, could get to places. And we have seen what their ceiling looks like. It's a team that never, in my opinion, really touches that ceiling often, and the floor is scary. The floor is very scary because I don't know if they can check and they have the ability to launch a bunch of threes and not make threes. So I guess we'll see. But all in all, I think you feel happy because your coach is happy with your team and you don't have illnesses. I don't think. Who knows what's going on? The weather's probably breaking in Champaign. Hopefully the team's staying off Green Street. But I think you feel good about if you're an Illinois fan where you're at and that Brad has his team coming in healthy. I don't think I asked you, Dion, but I'll end it with this. What do you have Illinois doing in the first weekend of the tournament?
Oh, they win both games. I'm pretty sure I have them going to the Elite Eight. Let me double check.
Because I like their draw.
I love their draw. I just think I love Casparis. Like that's why I would be happy if I'm an Illinois fan.
Mm.
Is is you're getting a fully healthy Casparis for the honestly like it feels like one of the first times all season. Oh, I'm a liar. I have them losing to Tennessee, but I have them getting through Texas Xavier winner, and I definitely. By the way, that Kentucky game is way easier for Illinois than anyone realizes. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I will say this: I think it's at a point now where if they lose the first game and you go out, you don't even win a game in the tournament. Conversations will happen. I'm not saying any conversations where those are going to go, but I think you're looking at massive disappointment of the season. But we'll see what happens. Still a lot of game to play. I think everyone will be tapped in to Illinois this March for one reason or another.